And now, live from the most watched television station in the Arklatex, this is KSLA News 12 at noon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for being with us as we wrap up this week. I'm Sherry Warren.
I'm Sylvia Rochelle. It's the third day of April. Coming up, updates on a murder in Texarkana this week and rumors of grave fixing in Logansport.
Holiday in Dixie opens today. We'll have lots on that. Plus, Robert Thompson is here today for weather and is live from the State Fairgrounds. Robert. We'll be seeing some of those horses a little later on, and we'll chat with Robert.
Also, Mr. Food has a new twist on potato salad, but first, making news today. A Texarkana murder suspect charged with killing his ex-wife's boyfriend will go to trial in August.
Stephen Partin went before a Miller County judge yesterday and pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder. Partin is accused in the shooting death of George O'Brien. The shooting happened Wednesday in the parking lot of St. Michael Hospital. That's where Partin's 9-year-old son is recovering from gunshot wounds to the face. The boy was found injured in the woods in Cass County while on a hunting trip with George O'Brien. Lawmen say the boy shot himself with a rifle. Yesterday, the older Partin told reporters he believed O'Brien shot his son.
How does it make you feel to know that there are so many people sympathetic to your case?
I have no idea why there would be, and other that children are being hurt all over the world, and I imagine they're tired of it.
Do you feel like George O'Brien's the one who shot your son?
Yes, I do.
Partin remains jailed in Miller County on $100,000 bond.
The town of Logansport is still abuzz with rumors of grade fixing at the local high school. The scandal caused quite a legal debate last night during the DeSoto Parish School Board meeting in Mansfield. It all centered around the Logansport High School secretary, whose charges have prompted an investigation into the matter. Last night, the school board lawyer cautioned board members that if Elaine Witten spoke in an open meeting and privileged information such as student-teacher names were mentioned, the board could be on legal shaky grounds. But the board moved to hear Witten and go into executive session if needs be to protect the student records. But then Witten changed her mind.
Mr. President, frankly, I think there has been enough said. If it's going to cause this controversy, if you'll just pass me the folders, I will not speak tonight.
Why did you choose not to speak, though, if you had an opportunity?
Simply because they hung themselves in a small parish like DeSoto. Well, let everyone find out what it's about, okay?
Board Chairman Gil Rue says he regrets Witten's decision not to speak, but insists this matter will not be swept under the rug. Along with an internal investigation, the Department of Education is also looking into whether or not some student grades were doctored.
A Longview man showed up at a hospital with 2 gunshot wounds in his side. He's recovering from surgery, and investigators are trying to determine who shot him and why. They haven't released his name yet, but the man told investigators he was shot at a local park in Longview.
A deadly accident in East Texas last night took the life of a Tyler man. Officials say a car driven by Frank Wesley Love ran into the back of a semi-truck. That accident happened in Smith County, Texas, just west of Tyler around 11 o'clock. Investigators say the truck was going about 30 miles an hour when Love's car plowed into the back of it at a high rate of speed. Love died at the scene.
Back here in Shreveport, the Civil Service Board has ruled that Chief Steve Prater was right to fire a police officer. Lula Mae Jackson was fired last month after almost 14 years on the force. She admitted that she lied to her fellow officers about an arrest and lied to the district attorney to get a drug suspect released. Chief Prater says he couldn't trust her anymore, so he fired her. Jackson's attorney accused Prater of a double standard, saying that other officers have gotten away with the same thing for years, but Civil Service Board members upheld the firing.
Caddo Parish has one of the highest breast and cervical cancer mortality rates in the nation. Today, Women at Risk announced a series of seminars and free breast screenings in an effort to get control of the situation. At this morning's news conference, a breast cancer survivor said she woke up one morning and decided to have a mammogram.
And I came to Dr. Jackson and I asked him about it, and he sent me to have one, and that's how they found it, and I thank God they found it in time. I urge every woman to please go and have a mammogram. There's nothing to it.
The next seminar is scheduled for next Tuesday at Willis Knighton Center for Women from 6 to 7 in the evening. And still to come,
Robert has weather from the Pasadena Horse Show out at the State Fairgrounds.
Yeah, we're out here. It's sunny skies, a beautiful day, and beautiful horses, too. I'll have the forecast and a little on the horses in just a minute.
From your Project Pride station, you're watching KSLA News 12, building pride in the Arklatex.
You've done your homework. You know whose truck will do what and whose won't. You've been waiting for the right time to make your Chevy deal. Well, it's time. April is Chevy truck buying time at your Chevy Geo dealers. Now through Saturday, your Chevy dealer has rollback prices on all full-size pickups. The factory's helping out, too, with up to $2,000 off. This is the all-American success story you can depend on. And here's 30 Chevy Geo dealers who are going to do whatever it takes to get you behind the wheel of a new Chevy by Saturday night.
If you're tired of waiting in long lines to check out at the drugstore, maybe it's time to check out a new drugstore. Health Mart. We treat you better so you'll feel better. If finding the things you want at those big chain drugstores leaves you feeling deserted, maybe it's time to drift on into a new drugstore. Health Mart. We treat you better so you'll feel better.
We can all be proud of the abundant natural beauty here in North Louisiana, but our most basic natural resources are in danger. Join with others in the Arklatex who are concerned at a lecture featuring the noted environmental advocate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Kennedy is well known as a powerful defender of the environment and will speak on the topic of our environmental destiny. He'll discuss the challenges of river pollution, global warming, and the greenhouse effect. Don't miss Robert F. Kennedy Jr. at the Strand on April 10th, 7:30 p.m. Ticket information is available by calling the Strand box office or LSU Shreveport.
Boy, it is a pretty day outside today.
Very nice, and Robert is outside where all the action is at the Pasadena Horse Show. Robert.
That's right. We're down here at the fairgrounds, and really the horses are beautiful and the weather is beautiful. We'll start with the weather first. I just want to let you know it is sunny outside if you haven't been outside yet, and it's about 61 degrees, but you know it wasn't that warm all day long. It was very cool this morning, as a matter of fact. 35 degrees in Shreveport, near a record low. We had a record in 1987 of 31. Around the rest of the area, things just about as cool. A cool spot of 30 degrees in El Dorado. The warmer spot, of course, Lufkin at 39. But in Longview, 35 degrees for a morning low. Texarkana got down to 32. Monroe, 36. And Natchitoches, 37 degrees. So it was a very cold morning all around the Arklatex, unseasonably cold. Now we'll take a look at a loop of satellite photos here, and you can see that right now we're pretty much in the clear. We had some clouds earlier this morning show up, but those very much cleared out, and we're pretty good right now. The fronts, if we can we'll get those on in just a second. The fronts are way to the south of us and north, so we don't have any rain coming into the area at all. We'll just pop those on. Oops, we got to press that a couple times to get it past the satellite shot, and that should happen in just a second. We do have some rain showers down along Florida. Yeah, there we go. Down along Florida and the coast of Texas as well, the Gulf Coast, and there are also some showers up in Iowa. Let's pop on that radar. The national radar shows you just very little moisture at all around the United States today. A very nice day, especially here in the Arklatex. Again, beautiful horses down here and beautiful weather. I'll be back right after this break with a look at the horses and a look at the beautiful weather tonight, tomorrow, and into the weekend.
Ivan Smith Furniture and Appliances doing it again, and their stores are jam-packed with great bargains to celebrate their 31st anniversary sale. Stop in and pick up your free brochure. It's full of big savings. Solid oak bar stools, $29.95. Living room suits, $499. Hardwood dinettes with protective tops, $277. Bedroom suits, $399. Lane recliners, $297. These decorator mirrors, $12.95. That's Ivan Smith, the Arklatex's largest furniture and appliance chain.
I used to hide behind bangs whenever my forehead got shiny. Now I wear corn silk. It's not just oil-free, it's also oil-absorbent. So I'm not afraid to show my face.
That natural look of corn silk. It's oil-absorbent, not just oil-free.
Arthritis, tendonitis, back pain. Cool it, heat it with Icy Hot. Icy to dull the pain, hot to relax it away. Fast-acting Icy Hot, icy and hot therapy for pain.
my self-worth as a man was affected.
You get the feeling where maybe you're doing something wrong.
Lots of men worry about it. Now science can end the problem of impotence. Inside Edition reports.
You want to have a relationship with your wife and you're not able.
An age-old sex problem is solved by modern medicine.
It made me feel like I was 20 years old.
A cure for impotence. Don't miss the next Inside Edition.
Tonight at 6:30 after KSLA News 12.
Okay, we're back here at the fairgrounds. Looks like it's going to be a wonderful afternoon, sunny and mild. A high of 69 this afternoon with kind of a little southwest wind at 5 miles per hour. Tonight should be a nice night, too. Fair and chilly, a low of 41 tonight. Not quite as cold as last night, and that southwest wind still kicking in. Now, tomorrow's map looks, well, not too bad. It looks pretty good. We're still under high pressure here in the Arklatex, and we'll have mostly sunny skies tomorrow. Looks like we will have a little rain building, though, in portions of the southwest. That will build into West Texas as of Saturday night and move into the Arklatex probably sometime Sunday evening into Monday. Let's look at the three-day forecast for you. For tomorrow, there are mostly sunny skies, 41 for a low, 79 for a high. West wind at 10, no chance of rain. On Sunday, it looks pretty good, partly cloudy, 53 for a low, 77 for a high, and a slight chance of rain coming in toward the evening time. It looks like Sunday day will be very good, but that chance of rain coming in probably a little after dark. Monday, though, looks cloudy and rainy, a low of 54, a high of 75, and at least right now, at least a 50% chance of showers. So that's what it looks like for this weekend and into Monday. But out here right now, you couldn't tell that any rain is anywhere near because it's beautiful sunny out here right now. And we're going to look right now at some horses here that are going to be in some shows this weekend. It's called the Paso Fino Horse Show. And just here to talk to us about it is Sharon Londoño. She is an equestrian. You ride these horses. They're beautiful horses. I understand there are very few of them, about 15,000 in the United States.
That's correct. These are Spanish origin horses. They're unlike other horses because they possess a four-beaded gait. This four-beaded gait is very smooth, and this doesn't allow the rider any bouncing or movement in the saddle, which helps in a lot of people that want to still enjoy horses that might have some type of injury.
Well, why don't we step out of the way and look at one of them as it makes its four-step gait. Sharon, why don't you come back over here and tell me, this is very smooth. The hat on the rider doesn't even move when they're doing this gait.
This horse has a little bit of fame when we have called a champagne glass. The champagne glass is held and we don't even spill a drop when we ride these animals. And we do watch the rider's brim of his hat when they work because they are so smooth. And they can do this at different speeds. You're seeing the more collected speed of the animal, and we have one recorded national champion that can go up to 35 miles an hour in this particular four-beaded gait.
35 miles an hour just walking that four-step gait.
Yes, that's correct, sir.
That's just like a bicycle or a car when you're getting it cranked up, huh?
Yeah, when you can really get it to go. These horses do walk, a flat walk, and they do canter, and we demonstrate that at the show here this weekend in Shreveport at the fairgrounds.
That's right. We're going to have shows all day long today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Those shows are open and free to the public here at the Horse Barn at the fairgrounds, and it's really a great thing to see. These are very rare horses. They date back to Columbus bringing them over from Spain. There's different kinds here, Puerto Rican and Colombian Paso Fino horses. They're valued anywhere between maybe $2,500 and $250,000, Sherry and Sylvia. Not quite what you paid for Nugget, is it, Sherry?
I think I paid about $200 for Nugget would be all. What beautiful horses, Robert.
They are really beautiful. Which one is Grand National Champion?
Number 79.
The horse that's the rider has, number 79, is the Grand National Champion.
Wow.
So they're all going to be in competition here this weekend. They just come on out and see them. They're beautiful horses.
Look at him backing up. Boy, they're beautiful. Thanks, Robert. We enjoyed that. God, I want to head to that show.
I certainly do, too. In other news today, some rough going on the campaign trail for the two top Democratic presidential hopefuls. Bill Clinton was booed on Wall Street yesterday, and Jerry Brown was heckled by Jews for his support of Jesse Jackson. As Scott Pelley reports, it was a typical day in New York City.
I know it's controversial. The Democrats have been accused of negative campaigning, but they could learn a few things about hostility from the people and the press of New York City. Just look at the kind of week they've had. Hecklers routinely interrupt their speeches, shouting abuse on subjects ranging from AIDS to anti-Semitism. Can I finish my point?
disqualify yourself from the Jewish community. And you're a phony, and you're a dishonest, and you misrepresented yourself. This is an example of what is wrong with American politics. Dishonest guy, dude. Now wait a minute. If you will hush, I'll talk to you about it.
Not even the Secret Service can protect them from a verbal mugging on the street.
You pardon all drug dealers or just the ones that contribute to your campaign?
Then there's the media.
So my question to you is, have you ever broken a state law with regard to drug use? Have you ever broken an international law?
In the beginning, local reporters felt they had been ignored by the campaigns. In the big city, they have a word for that kind of disrespect. It's called dissing.
I think that initially there was this feeling that he was going to diss the media, and so the media dissed him back.
Let me tell you something.
Finally, one night, Clinton had had enough when an AIDS activist accused him of blind ambition.
If I were dying of ambition, I wouldn't have stood up here and put up with all this crap I put up with the last 6 months. I'm fighting to change this country.
I think a lot of people seeing him with true passion thought a lot better of him for showing his true emotions. Sometimes you think that people or the press want you to kind of slit your wrist, let the blood come out so they can see if it's really red.
Hey, how are you? This is the media, and this is a real New Yorker. I want to introduce you to them.
Not all New Yorkers were out for blood. The candidates met a lot of friendly people, too.
You hang in there. I'll do it.
All in all, next week's primary won't come a New York minute too soon. The candidate who survives this and wins will undoubtedly believe if he can make it here, he'll make it anywhere.
My message to the New York press, don't be...
Scott Pelley, CBS News, New York.
A little later in the show, we'll check out the happenings at Holiday In Dixie as it gets underway on the riverfront.
And coming up, Mr. Food has a new way to make spud salads sizzle.
It's an exciting picnic every time for the eaters and the makers. We've got it.
Amazing Blue Star ointment stops itching fast. Jock itch, ringworm, psoriasis, tetter, and removes corns and calluses. Blue Star ointment, the one that's guaranteed. Ask for it.
They say they no longer want to be wives and mothers.
I was sick and tired of being the submissive wife.
I've been doing this for 20 years, and I just wanted to try something else. All jobs are not like Oprah's. You have to get up, you have responsibility, you have to answer to people. Wait a minute.
This is chopped liver you think this is here? Moms who ran away from home on the next Oprah.
Today at 4 on KSLA 12.
If you own a pickup truck, you can add value and versatility to your truck with a cover from Quality Camper Sales in Bossier City. Outfitting your truck with a cover means more than just protecting your cargo. It means improving your truck's looks and your gas mileage. We have over 200 covers in stock with sizes to fit nearly any model. If you don't see exactly what you want, we'll special order for you at no extra charge. So don't let your pickup go around topless. Let us cover your truck today at Quality Camper Sales just south of I-220 on Swan Lake Road in Bossier City.
You've done your homework. You know whose truck will do what and whose won't. You've been waiting for the right time to make your Chevy deal. Well, it's time. April is Chevy truck buying time at your Chevy Geo dealers. Now through Saturday, your Chevy dealer has rollback prices on all full-size pickups. The factory's helping out, too, with up to $2,000 off. This is the all-American success story you can depend on. And here's 30 Chevy Geo dealers who are going to do whatever it takes to get you behind the wheel of a new Chevy by Saturday night.
Those of you hoping to walk away a millionaire via the lottery can look forward to this weekend.
Lottery officials say the lotto jackpot has climbed to $2 million. The winning numbers will be chosen tomorrow night.
You can find out if you're the big winner by watching our news tomorrow night at 10.
And it's time now for Mr. Food. And you know, I make a pretty mean potato salad.
I eat a pretty mean potato salad. He has a new one he's making for us today, a roasted kind of potato salad.
Never heard of that.
Me either, but I tell you what, if it's good, I will make you a batch.
I'll look forward to that. Here's Mr. Food.
We hear potato salad and we immediately think picnic, but there's a different kind of potato salad that can be an all-year-round picnic for us. And yes, it uses any brands at all. It's 3 pounds of small red or white potatoes, you know, the real little ones, sometimes called creamers. Boil them about 20 minutes or so, just till they're tender but not mushy. Drain them, cut them in half, and toss them into this mixture that we threw together right in a 9x13 baking dish. It's 1/3 cup of olive oil, 2 tablespoons each of lemon juice and white wine vinegar, 2 teaspoons each of dillweed and parsley, a teaspoon each of grated lemon peel and crushed garlic, a half teaspoon each of seasoned salt and pepper, and a quarter of a teaspoon of hot pepper sauce. Now, we let them sit that way right on the counter for about an hour or so. We get dressed, we get ready for our company, and in the meantime, those flavors are soaking in. Now, about a half hour before we want them, we throw them into a 375-degree oven, 20-30 minutes, then sprinkle on a cup and a half of a shredded cheddar cheese, any brands. Give it another 5 minutes in the oven to get melty, and any picnic is a meal, and any meal is a picnic. Nice for a change. And if you'd like the recipe, just send a self-addressed stamped envelope marked roasted potato salad to me, Mr. Food, right here at the station, and we'll get it back to you for having a picnic, making it and serving it. You can have a picnic just listening to the ooh, it's so good.
Holiday in Dixie promises to be bigger and better.
We'll check out the fun right after this.
Hello, I'm Karen Adams.
And I'm Carl Pentley. Each one of us has some special skill or special talent to contribute to the community.
It doesn't matter what your interests or hobbies are, there's a volunteer position just right for you.
The Volunteer Connection can help you find it.
When you give your time and energy through the Volunteer Connection, you'll find you get as much as you give.
Your time is valuable. Give some of it to the Volunteer Connection.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ashton's has the largest selection of action motion furniture by lane than any other furniture store in the Arklatex. We just made a special buy, and while stocks last, buy this double reclining lane sectional, warehouse price $9.97. Or take your choice of this double reclining lane sofa or queen size innerspring lane sleeper, warehouse price $5.98. Hurry while stocks last at Ashton's in Shreveport.
You've done your homework. You know whose truck will do what and whose won't. You've been waiting for the right time to make your Chevy deal. Well, it's time. April is Chevy truck buying time at your Chevy Geo dealers. Now through Saturday, your Chevy dealer has rollback prices on all full-size pickups. The factory's helping out too with up to $2,000 off. This is the all-American success story you can depend on. And here's 30 Chevy Geo dealers who are going to do whatever it takes to get you behind the wheel of a new Chevy by Saturday night.
If you love your mom as much as I love mine, then treat her to a Mother's Day makeover courtesy of the Montel Williams Show.
To see your mom go from just plain mom to just plain gorgeous, write and tell us why she deserves this special treat. If your mother is our lucky winner, we'll fly her to Los Angeles for a sexy makeover. Send your entries to the Montel Williams Show, 7800 Beverly Boulevard, Suite 231, Los Angeles, California, 90036. Enter by April 17th and make this a Mother's Day to remember.
Last year this time, we were live on the riverfront for the opening ceremonies of Holiday in Dixie.
Holiday in Dixie kicks off its 10-day festival today, but there won't be any opening ceremonies, and that's just one of the changes this year.
Here to tell us what we can expect is Jim Barker, this year's president of Holiday in Dixie. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
We've been already out to the horse show. What else can we expect in the way of changes from Holiday in Dixie, a new agenda?
Well, we are working very hard to make this a year that we involve the entire community. We are a community festival. We have a responsibility. The city supports us, so we've made a lot of changes to involve particularly the minorities. We have a day in the park is coming up following Saturday, not this Saturday, but it'll be at some of the parks. So that's a brand new event. We've incorporated Fashionetta, sponsored by one of the local sororities that we've never had before. Tomorrow we have a neighborhood park day. It's called Twin Cities Escapade. It'll be about in 3 parks in Shreveport and a park in Bossier City. It's a family affair. So between that and the neighborhood block party with this beautiful weather, I think we'll have a good start to Holiday in Dixie.
The food booths open this evening down there?
They open at 5 o'clock today and then 11 o'clock tomorrow, and there's a tremendous variety of food. It's the best I've ever seen for Holiday in Dixie. So just about anything you want, you can get down there. And the entertainment tonight, we have Eddie Raven, who's very popular. He's coming in, so it should be a good night to start with. And then tomorrow night, the Crawdads, and then there's entertainment Sunday night, every night.
And the carnival.
That's right.
A lot of other events come under the Holiday in Dixie umbrella that we have to look forward to as well.
That's right. Tonight we have the Shreveport Symphony with Bob Newhart. Tickets still available, so we hope people come out for that.
All right.
It's going to be a good one.
Certainly is, and we look forward to hearing and seeing more about it.
Thanks, Jim, for
Thank
joining
you.
us today.
Now, one of the features of Holiday in Dixie involves some very special children taking part in some special games.
They're called the Gumbo Games, games uniting mind and body. This track and field competition is an organized event for physically disabled athletes and visually impaired athletes. The Gumbo Classic goes on until 2 o'clock this afternoon at Caddo Parish Stadium. The Gumbo athletes are taking part in everything from wheelchair races to shot put throws. Now, photographer Bo Turner is at the games, and he will have a special video essay for us later today on KSLA News 12. Here are some of the other Holiday in Dixie events that you can look forward to today and this weekend.
Now, until 2 o'clock, this afternoon, you can go out to the Gumbo Games at the Caddo Parish Stadium. As Sherry mentioned, it is a track and field meet for physically disabled school-aged children.
The Paso Fino Horse Show, as Robert showed us, is at the Horse Barn. It's at the State Fairgrounds there. It continues until 6 o'clock tonight.
And at 6 o'clock tonight, the Loyola College Jazz Band will perform down on the riverfront.
And then at 9 o'clock, Mel McDaniel will take the stage. All these events are free and open to the public.
Also tonight, as Mr. Barker mentioned, at the Strand, Holiday in Dixie presents Bob Newhart with the Shreveport Symphony. Call 226-8555 for ticket information.
Now this weekend, a lot of fun at 10 o'clock on Saturday. The Doodah Parade will take place. This year, though, it's moved to the riverfront.
From 11 to 3, Twin Cities Escapade at area parks in Shreveport and Bossier will happen. Special events and family fun activities are planned.
And the neighborhood block parties, you can't forget those. They start at noon, and from dusk until 11 p.m., the Star Party takes place near the LSU tennis courts. If you'd like to see celestial objects through powerful telescopes, be there.
On Sunday from 9 till 3, this Sunday, men's slow pitch softball tournament takes place out at the Cargill Park, and the Dixie Dandies will perform 12 noon on the riverfront.
Also from noon until 5, the Convention Center on the riverfront will be transformed into the Hollywood Canteen. There will be music and dancing to the big band sound of Bill Cosby. If you're into the 40s, this event is definitely for you.
And then Bill Cosby will be on the riverfront to perform outside at 6 o'clock until.
And boy, they are great. Shreveport Super Sound.
They certainly are. And that's our news. We hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
Have a good one.